Welcome to another edition of our Ag+Bio+Science podcast presented by AgriNovus Indiana and Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gerry Dick, the host of Inside Indiana Business, also the host of this weekly podcast where we have in-depth conversations with leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs in Indiana's Ag+Bio+Science sector. It's the sector where food, agriculture, science, and technology all converge. This week, excited to sit down with Alan Tio. Alan is the CEO of the Kosciusko Economic Development Corporation. And Alan, great to see you. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Appreciate the invitation. Thank you.
Give us a little bit, Alan, of your background. You've been in economic development and related activities for a number of years, but talk a little bit about where you grew up, where you're from, and how you got to where you are.
Sure. So from Ohio originally, moved to Indiana for high school, went to school, thought I'd go be an ambassador somewhere, join the Foreign Service. And so there's really no degree in economic development. We all come from somewhere. And so I come at it as, wanting to be an ambassador for the community. And so it's led me to working with IEDC, with the Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership, and at local groups in Whitley and now Kosciusko counties.
Where did you grow up?
So in Bowling Green, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Okay, and then went to high school in Indiana.
In Fort Wayne.
In Fort Wayne, okay. So a Northeast Indiana guy.
That's right.
Talk about the work and really the mission of the Kosciusko Economic Development Corporation. KEDCo is how it's referenced, but a lot going on in that part of the state, certainly the orthopedic sector and the ag-bioscience space as well.
So, and I'm going to refer to the organization as KEDCo. It's a lot easier. So KEDCo, so we came in just under a year and a half ago and looked at an opportunity to really restart the organization. So we have a new mission to convene, build, and show the community's economic growth resources. And that's really the process we use in our work. And so that's led us to take on initiatives related to agribusiness, related to the medical device sector, to talent, housing, to community development. And so we're looking for how we bring people together. We're looking for problems we can solve, help building companies, building communities, and really better telling our story. And so it's been an exciting ride so far. It's not just me. There's myself and a team of 7 others involved. And so really looking for how we can bring the right resources at the right time and really helping to amplify what we're doing, which is so well aligned with our work and experience working with AgriNovus.
Well, talk about the makeup of the economy there, because to me it's fascinating. The orthopedics capital of the world. There's such a concentration of talent and companies in the device space, but there's also a hearty agriculture base as well. Talk about the makeup of the economy in Kosciusko County in that region.
It's such a unique area. So we do have such a strong orthopedic industry cluster. I mean, it is a viable industry cluster. It's growing. And we also have this really unique agribusiness cluster as well as recreation. Mm-hmm. If it's companies like Polywood making furniture, or a lot of tourism and recreation, people with second homes in the lakes. And so actually we came into the organization. One of the first things we did is a benchmarking study with other peer Midwestern communities, call it the Small Cities Big Futures Project, to look at how we stack up. And what we found is we're unique in that we don't have just one large dominant employer. We have entire industries that are based in this small town of 15,000 people of Warsaw County, about 80,000 people in Kosciusko County. And it's a very special place, and we do want to capture what we have and really build on it and propel ourselves forward.
Got a big focus on ag and the ag-bioscience space. Earlier this year, KEDCo hosted the first Ag+ Innovate Youth Ag-Bioscience Innovation Challenge. That was in Warsaw. Really a cool step into youth entrepreneurship in the ag-bioscience space. Talk about the event, how it went, and if you're getting that momentum going among young people in the county.
So fantastic event. Really pleased at how it again points to how we can bring together resources around agribusiness, around entrepreneurship, around innovation. And so actually had a request from our partners at Huntington University to get involved in something related to high school youth entrepreneurship. And so brought together partners from Huntington University, from Grace College, Elevate Ventures is on board, AgriNovus, others, AT&T, Bex Hybrids, and really put together a team to help build an event. Again, looking at how we can bring people together. In this case, we had 7 teams of high school students, 35 students from 4 different high schools come together. We identified 5 different challenges for them to work on, and we were just blown away with the kind of ideas and solutions they came up with in less than a full day working together in teams. And so again, the challenges came from local companies that we met with and learned what are the industry issues, challenges. And so now it helps us to bring together. It's not a launch event where it's let's really focus on people that want to start companies, high school students that already have the entrepreneurial bend. It's really let's bring teams of high school students together and work on projects, and then see if we can make those into companies. And so at least I'd say a couple of the solutions, I think they're viable, and we're going to work with them through our entrepreneurship initiative and see if we can make something of those. But again, looking for more ways we can blend together, the focus on talent, focus on entrepreneurship, telling our story. Again, similar to AgriNovus, or consistent with AgriNovus, and for us, it's a great win. Again, looking at how we can do that again, going back to the industry focus. Let's do more of that kind of outreach in agribusiness as well as orthopedic sectors and elsewhere.
You mentioned some of the academic institutions involved, and as I recall from doing stories over time, those universities, those colleges seem to be engaged in connecting with industry-specific curriculum. I think Grace on the medical device side, Huntington University going big into the ag sector and attracting some ag students. How is that a benefit in your view to the region?
It certainly is. So to your point, Gary, we have universities, colleges in the region in Northeast Indiana that actually work together through this consortium of, I think it's 11 or 12 different universities and colleges. Together they project like a Big Ten college or university. But to have these institutions that have this entrepreneurial kind of mindset themselves, Huntington University a number of years ago bring together leaders in the agribusiness sector to develop and design and launch what's a very successful agribusiness program. And to your point, Grace College developing programming in response to the needs of the orthopedic sector around regulatory affairs and quality affairs. And now also launching, Grace College also launching an agribusiness program. So it's exciting to see how they're responding, how they're engaging with us. And again, we look forward to more of that to come.
Certainly a lot of momentum around the Ag+Bio+Science sector in Indiana, across the state of Indiana. You obviously see the innovation cluster as a growth opportunity. Talk to us about that and some of the other strategic industries you're prioritizing. You mentioned earlier the device sector and some of those other areas, but talk about some of those focus areas in Kosciusko County.
Sure. So we see our opportunity very simply as connecting companies that are already in our community, leaders in the agribusiness sector, Maple Leaf Farms, Creighton Brothers, Louis Dreyfus, others, leaders in the orthopedic sector, to startups, to technologies that are elsewhere. So working with the team at AgriNovus, even attending events like the Forbes AgTech summits, like the Thrive Innovation Summit, others, finding companies that are participating in those summits that are bringing together new technologies, new services, and then welcoming and introducing those startups to the companies in our sandbox. And then it helps that those companies commercialize, get to market quicker, helps our companies look for the next thing and being successful participating in that. And so really, I think that's our avenue right now, is we're focusing in on how we make those connections, and again, serving as an ambassador for the community and on behalf of those industries.
Talk about your relationship with AgriNovus and its stakeholders and the importance of that relationship with AgriNovus.
Right. So I joke. Well, it's not a joke. One of the best decisions we made early on was asking for an invitation to join the AgriNovus and to join at the board level. And I know it wasn't a sure thing that the board would invite us to serve and to be part of the organization at a board level, but I'm so thankful they did. And so being part of the organization, working with the team involved at AgriNovus, again, our missions align so well around talent and entrepreneurship and the marketing, telling our story. We're looking every day for new ways to work together. Again, appreciate their willingness to work with us, but again, because what we have to offer in Kosciusko County, we can bring all those companies, all that energy around agribusiness and the ag-bio-science kind of sector writ large toward AgriNovus and toward what AgriNovus is doing to connect us to the world.
What else can we expect from KEDCo as we're early in the year now, just ending up the first quarter, but what else can we expect from KEDCo for the remainder of 2020?
Sure. So one of the directives I share with our board of directors when I came on board is that we'll be known for the problems we solve, and so we are still in a problem-finding mode. A few of those we're working on are a housing initiative. So we working with Zimmer Biomet. Zimmer Biomet requested a grant from the state, from the IHCDA, so received $1 million. Zimmer Biomet will match that, helping us launch a housing initiative initiative. So where we can step in and help support pre-development of new housing around Kosciusko County. We think there's some fantastic opportunities because of the employment we have, because of the amenities we have, support new housing in Kosciusko County. So we're really pleased to help make that happen. Launching a talent initiative where we have a single point of contact who can serve as the front door to help companies with talent recruitment as well as talent retention. We want to retain people as they move through their career journeys in our community, because it's not just one employer, it's the entire industries that work in Kosciusko County. So if you start at one company and do well there, but you're ready for change, we can help people navigate that change, or we can help companies that are recruiting from elsewhere. For example, have an exciting partnership we're launching with TMAP. I think we're the first community to partner with TMAP to build a talent pipeline for our community. And so again, we are trying things out. We're starting kind of where we are and using what we have and seeing what we can do to help really set a new course for the community. It's a very prosperous community to build in, but we want to chart the course for a new future of prosperity as well.
A lot going on in Kosciusko County, the Warsaw area, northern Indiana. Alan Tio is the CEO of the Kosciusko Economic Development Corporation, KEDCo. Alan, thanks for your insights and thanks for the work you do in northern Indiana as well.
Pleasure. More to come.
And thank you for joining us on this edition of the Ag+Bio+Science Podcast. It is a weekly production partnership between AgriNovus Indiana and Inside Indiana Business. A reminder, you can keep up to date with AgriNovus by following them on Twitter and Instagram at AgriNovusIN. Also finding them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Also, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so we can share ag-bioscience stories like this one with more and more people. I'm Gerry Dick. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This podcast is a product of Inside Indiana Business. Hosted by Gerry Dick. Produced by Bridget O'Reilly, Libby Fritz, and Joe Ullery. More people get Indiana business news from Inside Indiana Business than any other source.